Hello everybody, this is Professor Tadone, and this is a tutorial on how to create a PowerPoint presentation. Once you pull up your PowerPoint, you're going to have a blank screen here like this. This is what your slide would look like if you were not to add anything. What you need to do before you start adding any kind of verbiage to your presentation, you're going to want to assign a design to your presentation. So go to your little design option up here. Click on it, and right here you'll see all kinds of different designs you can choose from. And if you use your little down arrow, that will show you, if you don't want to choose any of the options that you have available to you, and there's some more here. These are the ones that are available to you. You can go to File, New, and you can find a different design that you might find attractive. And they're all down here. And you may have some different ones on your laptop or on your desktop. And if you don't see anything you want there, you can look here for something a little bit different. Let's say I'm doing my presentation on dogs. I'm going to put animal. And then you'll see different slides for that particular request. Let's say I'm doing mine on Florence Nightingale. And there's nothing there, but we can look for another one. Let's say we want to do medical. And there's our medical slides. If I want to do mine on nursing history, let's put nursing. Nurses. And I've already blown it. It's amazing. Hello everybody, it's Professor Tadone, and I am going to be showing you how to create a PowerPoint for a presentation. Once you pull up your PowerPoint, you're going to have a blank slide showing up here asking you to add a title and subtitle. Before you do that, you want to assign a design to your presentation. So you're going to go up to your design icon there and click on it, and you'll see some different designs you can choose from. And if you have your cursor over these, it will show you what the slide will look like. Okay, so that's how you could pick that. And if you don't see what you want here, you can go to File and New, and it'll show you a bunch of other slides too. Now yours might look different from mine, that's okay. I'm going to, for this presentation, let's say I want to do something very light and airy, so I'm going to choose this one right here. I like that. And it shows you what the title looks like, so I'm going to do Create. And this is what my slides will look like. Now when you choose something from your File and New, you're going to need to get rid of this right here. And it will show you what different slides are going to look like should you choose different kinds of layouts. But for the purpose of this presentation, we're going to do just the basic layout. So I'm going to go to number 2 and just keep hitting delete till you get rid of all of those extra slides. Okay, let's add first slide. Now we are on our title slide. We're going to also want to do something before we start writing our presentation. I am going to insert slide numbers. And the reason I do this, slide number, is so that I don't forget it. So all of our slides will have numbers on them. And you want to make sure that your ruler is showing up here. And if it is not showing up, you can go to View and Ruler. And once you have that on there, and one more thing I want to add to my slide. If your presentation needs notes and it's part of the rubric that you need notes and you're being graded for the notes, this is how you add the notes. You go to View, you go to View, Notes, and down here it says click to add notes. That's where you go if you are to add any notes, and I'll show you a little bit more about that when we get into this further. For my title slide right here, I'm going to put the title. Let's say I am doing my presentation on Border Collies. And I'm going to put the name of the presenters here. And the date I completed creating the presentation. Okay, now we're done with our first slide. We're going to go to our second. To go to your second slide, right here there's a little slide with a little tiny sunburst up at the upper left-hand corner. Click on that, and that will bring you to your second slide. Now, all of these slides that you're going to be creating from this point on are going to have these little icons on there. If you wanted to use this, you could. If you wanted to insert your table or insert a chart, smart graphic, if you want the slide to consist of a picture or an online picture or a video, this is where you would do that. For this presentation, we're just going to stick to verbiage and we're going to add some graphics to it, okay? So I'm going to put my title here, let's say History of Border Collies. And right here I'm going to add a little bit of text. First noted and the year and how treated, whatever. Okay, so you're going to put some little keywords here that you're going to use that are going to flavor the information you're going to provide. Now I'm going to put down here the name of my presenter and information about, first noted, okay? When I do this, some of your presentations, it will ask you to have complete sentences in your notes section. So you want to make sure if that's what it's asking you for in your rubric, that that's what you're doing. And if you are having any kind of citations for this slide, if any of the information is received from other sources, you would put your citation here. Okay, and then you would go down to whoever's going to be speaking next. Name of the presenter, and maybe they're going to put information about how the dogs are treated. All right, so that's my notes section. Now I'm going to want to add a picture to this because I kind of want to have a picture that shows me a little bit about the history of Border Collies or Border Collies. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to get my picture from Google Images. I click on my Google, go to Images, and let's say I go Border Collie. And it's showing me some pictures of Border Collies. I want kind of a majestic look for this particular slide, so I'm going to scroll down and see what there is, see if there's something that hits me more than anything else. And I think I kind of like, I don't see what I want here, so I'm going to say Border Collie as herder, because that's what the Border Collies do, they herd. And here's a picture of them herding. And here's another picture. I'm going to choose this one. I do a right click on the picture I want. I do copy image. I'm going to do Alt Tab to get back to my PowerPoint. And once I'm in this slide, I'm going to right click and I'm going to drop this picture. Okay? And now I can make the picture as big as I want or as small as I want. I don't want to cover up my number there. I want to do it just like that. All right, so that's my picture. Now when you do a picture, something else you can do that's kind of neat is, let's say I want to cover more, so I'm going to do that there, spread this out like this. I'm covering the word, so I want to put this picture to the back. So I'm going to get out and then go back in and right click, and I'm going to send to back. And see what happens? You're going to have the word showing up, and this is going to just be in the backdrop. Okay? But make sure if you do that, that the words that you have here are not swallowed up by the colors of the picture. So that's my second slide. I'm going to add a new slide. And let's say here I'm going to put down Border Collie as a pet. Okay, and here I'll put information about pets and how they act as pets. And I'm going to give more information about behaviors, whatever. So, and then down in my notes section, I'm going to put the name of my presenter, and then what that presenter is going to talk about. And let's say I have another presenter, and that presenter's name and what this presenter is going to talk about. And let's say this is a citation, so I'm going to put in my author and the year. And if it's a direct quote, I would also put in the page. So that's my second one. I want to put in another picture here. So I'm going to Alt-Tab to get back to my images. And let's say I put down Border Collie as pet. And then it will show me some really neat pictures of Border Collies there, okay? And let's see, we've got one. Let's see if we've got one where they're playing, because Border Collies are very playful right there, playing with a ball. So I'm going to right click. I like this one. Right click on that, copy image, Alt-Tab to get back to my PowerPoint, and I'm going to drop in my picture and put that right there. And then I'm going to right click, send to back. And see how I can't see those words, but I really want to show those words. So I'm going to highlight this and make these okay. So if I do that, I can get very creative with this if I want to. I can move this more. You want the whole slide there. Then I'm going to cover my verbiage, and I'm going to change that to a font that's going to stick out. See? So you can have all kinds of fun with this. And that's my second slide. And we've got that's kind of neat. It shows the Border Collie completely as a pet. And let's say we've got one more slide, and we're going to put down here cost of Border Collie. And then we're going to put adoption fee by from breeder. And we'll make that a B for breeder. Okay, and I want to put in another picture. I'm going to Alt-Tab. And let's say we've got cost of dog. And then we've got all kinds of charts here. Let's put this little picture here that's kind of cute. I'm going to right click on that. And I'm going to copy the image. Alt-Tab to get back to my PowerPoint. Right click, drop in my picture. We've got cost of my Border Collie, okay? And down here I'll have my presenter notes. Now, another thing that's important with the presenter notes, if your presentation has a set time limit, you're going to want to rehearse this slideshow. To do so, you're going to look at this with the notes, and you're going to be able to read what you're supposed to do and have a pretty good idea of what the time limit is and whether you're meeting it or not. Okay? Now we're completely done with our slides. We're going to use our very last slide is going to be our reference slide. So we're going to put the word reference here for our reference slide, references. And we're going to click there, and you see there's a bullet point. We want to get rid of the bullet point, so just backspace. And right here, I'm going to put in my very first Okay, so here's my first reference, and I want to put this in APA formatting if that's what your instructions tell you to do. And I believe most of our slideshows, our presentations, they're going to ask for your references in APA formatting. Now to do this, it's a little different than if you were to do something else. I'm going to put some more words here just for a better flavor of this. Okay, so here's my reference, and I want to put this in APA formatting. This is where we use that ruler that I had you put in at the beginning. To put this in APA formatting, put your cursor right before the first word of the second sentence and move your arrow here, that little down arrow, move that, no, there we go, to 1. Okay, and when you let go of it, it's going to look like that. On my next line, I'm going to put in my next reference, and it's going to automatically format in the accurate way. So that's my references and APA formatting. And now I'm done. Once you're done with your presentation, you're going to want to print this so you can have the slides to look at yourself or the notes on the slides. To do so, do Control P for print. And when you go to your print settings, right here under full page slides, use your down arrow, and right here we've got notes page. And when you print this, go here, it's going to show you all the slides that you have, and the slides going to show the exact notes that you also have. Now if your notes go beyond this page, it will print the next page, okay? But keep this at number 2 slide and the next one at number 3. So that is how you print your note slides. Now if you want to print your slides for the classroom to have, you would go to that same spot, but you would do 3 slides like that. This is the best way to print this for your classmates. And you would also, if you don't want color because you don't want to waste all your ink, you could do grayscale, or you could do black and white, depending upon what you want to do. Okay? And that's how you print that. Now let's escape, get back here. I want to show you what the slideshow is going to look like when you present it. To view this the way the audience is going to see it, you would use this little icon here. Okay, it says start from beginning, and you do click. Now my computer shows over here what the next slide is going to look like, and this is the current slide, but I'm going to get rid of that over there so you can just look at the current slide. When I do this down arrow, it will go to the next slide, and these are the slides that your classmates are going to see. Okay? Now if you want to do something with this too, I'm going to escape, get out of that. If I want to do this so when I go to the next slide it transitions differently, I will go to the transitions, and then each of these little icons here will do something different, and it'll show you what will show up if you go to the next slide. Okay, and there's all kinds of different ones. There's fall over. When you use, there you can see a checkerboard one. There's all kinds of different ones. For my purposes, I think I'm just going to do flip. That's kind of a nice one. So when I look at this now, that's what it will do, okay? Now if I want to use this for all of the slides, I'm going to do apply to all. And now when I go to my slideshow, this is what's going to show up for you when you go to your next slide. Okay, something just a little bit different. Now, there's all kinds of fun things you can do with this, but for now, this is a really good start. And you'll be able to have a very nice presentation using adding your pictures and putting in your graphics the right way and your notes section and that. You can also, okay? That's it for now. If you have any questions whatsoever, please let me know and have a blessed day. Bye-bye now.